main character and setting. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is narrated by Huckleberry Finn, a young boy growing up in the pre-Civil War South. Huck is the son of an abusive, alcoholic father and has lived a life of freedom and neglect. The story takes place along the Mississippi River, covering small towns and rural areas of the southern United States during the 1830s and 1840s. The novel is set against a backdrop of racial tensions and moral dilemmas surrounding slavery as Huck embarks on a journey of self-discovery and moral awakening. Plot overview. The novel begins with Huck living with the widow Douglas and her sister, Miss Watson, who try to civilize him by teaching religion and proper manners. Huck, however, resents the structure of their household, preferring the freedom he once had. When his abusive father, Pap, returns to town, Huck flees by staging his own death. He runs away to the Mississippi River, where he meets Jim, a runaway slave seeking freedom in the North. The two form an unlikely partnership, traveling together on a raft down the river. Along the way, they encounter a variety of characters, including two con men, the Duke and the Dolphin, who create chaos and trick people for personal gain. Jim becomes a protector and father figure to Huck, and the bond between them deepens as their journey progresses. Jim's kindness and wisdom challenge Huck's perception of race and morality, especially in a society that teaches him that slaves are inferior and that helping a runaway slave is wrong. As Huck and Jim continue their journey, Huck wrestles with a growing moral conflict. Raised to believe slavery is justified, Huck feels it is his duty to turn Jim in. However, as he witnesses Jim's humanity and the sacrifices Jim makes for Huck's safety, Huck begins to question these beliefs. This internal struggle intensifies when Jim is captured, and Huck faces a dilemma. Should he betray Jim to his rightful owner, or should he risk his safety to help Jim escape? In the end, Huck chooses loyalty and friendship over societal expectations. He decides to help Jim, and their journey continues. In a dramatic turn, Huck learns that Jim has been protecting Huck's family and trying to escape slavery not just for himself, but for their shared safety. This revelation cements Huck's respect for Jim. Eventually, Huck discovers that Jim has been freed in his deceased owner's will, leading to a bittersweet conclusion. Themes and conclusion. At its core, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn critiques the institution of slavery and the moral dilemmas surrounding it. Huck's journey is both a physical escape from civilization and a moral journey that challenges the values of a racist society. The Mississippi River serves as a symbol of both freedom and moral complexity, as Huck grapples with questions of right and wrong, justice and human dignity. A central theme in the novel is freedom, both physical and moral. Huck seeks freedom from the constraints of society, while Jim longs for freedom from the bonds of slavery. Over the course of their journey, Huck learns that true freedom involves not only escaping oppression, but also rejecting the racial prejudices that support it. The novel also explores Huck's moral growth. Initially a naive and rebellious boy, Huck matures into someone with a strong moral compass. His relationship with Jim evolves from one shaped by prejudice to one based on respect and friendship. Huck's decision to help Jim escape, despite the moral codes of his time, demonstrates his growth as an individual. Through characters like the Duke and Dolphin, Twain critiques the social hypocrisy of the time. These con men exploit others for gain, while townspeople justify slavery and racial inequality. Twain uses these characters to expose the contradictions of a society that claims to uphold freedom while tolerating slavery. In the end, Huck decides to head west in search of adventure, rejecting societal expectations and the constraints of civilization. While Huck's moral journey is significant, he remains a free-spirited individual, unwilling to conform. In conclusion, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is a powerful critique of slavery, racism, and the moral conflicts they provoke. Huck's journey is both a physical escape and a quest for deeper understanding, ultimately celebrating friendship, loyalty, and the courage to make difficult moral choices in the face of injustice.